Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Millie, and on this channel I talk about yarn. I talk about knitting and crochet. I share works in progress, finished objects, yarn hauls, and I also have a few knitting tutorials. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much. And if you're here for the first time, welcome. Today I have a little bit of everything. So I have one WIP to show you, and this is a WIP that I have shared previously, but I want to show you the progress that I have made, and I think I'm going to be finishing it in the next few days. And then I acquired a few things. I know that I have said I'm not buying a lot of yarn, but if you go to Joann's at the moment, there is no way you're going to resist buying something that's on sale. So I'm going to share a little bit of what I got. And then I actually have 2 yarn hauls, but they are small. And then I have new acquisitions that are not yarn. So let me start by sharing my WIP. And the WIP that I'm sharing with you is something that I have already shown you, but I have made really good progress. And this is my scrappy blanket. And I'm so proud of myself. I'm almost finished. And I'm going to try and show it to you, but I guess the best I can do later on is take a picture and show it to you that way. But this is my scrappy blanket. So this is what it looks like. It's as tall as I am, which is intentional. That is what I wanted because I want to use it on the sofa. And so I wanted to cover me nicely. So I intentionally made it as big as I could, and I'm actually sitting right now. When I'm working on it, I'm sitting and covering myself and deciding how far I should go. And so I'm almost done actually. And last night when I was working on it, I was thinking that as soon as I finish this green yarn, then I'll call it quits. But right now, I am not so sure. So I'll decide later when I sit down and work on it some more. But this is, there was really no plan on how I added the yarn. So anything that looked good to me went into the scrappy pile that I was pulling from, and all those little bits that I found, I don't know why I keep all those little bits. I think I usually think, I usually plan on using them on my central knitting machine, but I found all those little scraps and I added them, and that is why you see all those colors like everywhere. But I love it, and I love the little hot pinks and reds that are popping like over here and over here. And this was like a variegated yarn, so it had some pink in it. And this section, I love this section so much. But I still need a few more rows, and then I'll be done with it. And so I'm holding 2 4-weights together. And in some instances, I was holding a DK weight and a number 4. And that's because I wasn't picking and choosing. I was just grabbing whatever was in my stash and adding it. And so I ended up using a little bit of DK. I think over here I have a DK weight. But you can't really tell. It still looks good. And since it's a scrappy blanket, I'm not bothered by that. And especially because the whole intention with this project was to use up yarn that's already in my stash. And I've been able to achieve that. But also I have discovered that I have enough scraps to make maybe another 2 or 3 blankets. But right now, my plan is to make a pink one and a black one. And what I'm going to do with the pink one is I'm going to put together all the pinks that I have, and then I'm going to add scraps to the pink. So the main color or the running color throughout the blanket is going to be pink, and then I'm going to add things, different colors as I find them. And then the next one, I'm going to use black as a background, and then I'm going to add onto it, and that will give me another scrappy blanket. Because I have a lot of scraps. I've never done a scrappy project before, so I've been just piling my scraps, and so I've ended up with a ton of scraps. And since I don't want to do a granny square blanket, which would be another good project for scrappy, for your scraps, mostly because I don't want to sew in anything together. So that is why I'm going to work on another scrappy blanket. Maybe what I'll do is I'll change the stitch, because this one is made with a half double crochet and it's heavy. And I think that if I make one with a double crochet, it might not be as heavy because it will grow bigger faster. And for this blanket, I chained 101, and then I just proceeded to do a half double crochet. And I started off with a regular crochet hook, but then it was giving me a hard time, so I bought a Furls crochet hook, which is amazing. It crochets so smooth, and I'm really enjoying working with it. And I think that is one of the motivations that's one of the things that is motivating me to make another scrappy blanket, so that I can enjoy using this hook, because this is an 8mm crochet hook, so you need a bulky yarn to use it. And so that is the WIP that I wanted to show you. And I'm saving my crochet hook in where I have more scraps that will go into the blanket. Now, a while back, maybe on a previous video, I had talked about going to Joann's to buy fisherman's wool so that I can make dryer balls. I make my own dryer balls, but over time, they disappear. I don't know where they go. They just disappear. And so I find myself down to 2. And I like using them. I like using the dryer balls when I'm doing my laundry. So I went to Joann's last week, and they didn't have fisherman's wool, even though on the website it said they had 11. And so when I talked to one of the employees there, they said maybe it's in the truck because we just received a truck. And so I was like, okay, I'll go and come back. And then I went again on Sunday, and it was nowhere to be found. And then I went, when I was checking out, and the lady asked me if I had found everything. I said, no, I actually came here for fisherman's wool. On the website, it says you have 11, but there's none to be found on over there on the shelf. And so she said, maybe we don't have any. But I was thinking that I probably might order online, but online, like on Lion Brand, it's not on sale, and so it was gonna be a little bit pricey. And so I decided to go and buy some wool from Hobby Lobby. I've never used it, but I've seen it before. So I went to Hobby Lobby and I got this. And this is called I Love This Wool. It's a super soft, super savings, natural, pure, and simple. Because this is the color that I wanted for my dryer balls. And so I decided to go to Hobby Lobby because this is the week they have everything, all the yarn is 30% off. And this one is called Ivory, and it's 100% wool, 220 yards. So I'm going to, and I got 2. And they retail for $6.99, but they were on sale for 30% off. So I'm thinking that 2 of these might be equivalent to one ball of fisherman's wool plus like 1.5, I think. And now that I'm looking at them, they're not exact, well, they are both ivory, but these are different dye lots, but it doesn't matter for what I am using it for. But if I was knitting, I would be a little concerned, because even though it's ivory, this one is more white than this one. But for the project that I'm planning, it doesn't matter. So I got these 2, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to make some dryable today. So I just wind them, and then I usually felt them in the washer, and if that doesn't work, I usually boil them on the stove. But that's just me. So that's what I'm gonna do with this. And then at Hobby Lobby, I also wanted to a number 3, a DK weight yarn that's in red. And so I got a few of these because I've had this yarn. It's actually frogged from a blanket that I made for my son a long time ago, but I want to crochet him a blanket, and I want to hold it. So I want to hold it with the DK weight to make it thicker so that I can go faster. And then I'm going to have a section that is red, and then I got this also, and I'm going to hold the red also with this. So I'm going to have 3 sections. One section will be red only, the middle section will have red and this maroon, and then the final section will have just the red. I think that is what I'm thinking, but I'll know as soon as I start working on it. And this is the Yarn Bee Soft and Sleek DK, and it's also these 2. This one was really cheap. This was like $2 and let me see what it says, $2.49, and it was 30% off, so that was a good deal. And there's only 230 in here, but this one has 400 and let's see, 478. So, and I have plenty of these. I just don't want to crochet this by itself. I want to hold it with a DK weight so that I can go faster, because that will give me enough time to work on different projects if I can finish them faster. So that was what I got from Hobby Lobby. And then when I went back to Joann's to look for the fisherman's wool, I didn't find it like I said, and so I saw this big twist, which is really pretty. And let me see what it's called. I think it's called Speckle Bright. And what I want to do with this one is I'm going to make a baby blanket, but I'm going to hold it with I'm going to hold it with another DK weight that I have in my stash, so that I can have, like, I think I'll hold it with a pink, because I have a lot of pink, and I have some DK weights that are pink that I was going to make some hats on my central knitting machine, but they didn't turn out as I expected. So I'm going to frog and hold them with this, and then I'll make another crochet blanket. And so I got, I think I got how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 7 of these. But these are also a good price, because they were going for, I think $2.79 is what they were going for. And this is this is a number 4, and there's 269 yards in here. And if you're going to knit, it's a US 8, and for crochet, it's a 5 millimeters. And the reason why I like big twist here is because it gives you, on the label, it tells you how many yards you need, or how many balls of yarn you need for a project. So if you're going to make a 50 by 60 inches blanket, you need 13 of these. So if you go to the yarn store and you don't know how many you need for a project, this is a good place to start. And it says that if you're going to make a sweater for an adult, you need 6 of these. If you're going to make a hat, you need 1, and for a scarf, you need 3. So I find that a little information really nice, because sometimes when you go to the yarn store and you're doing an impulse buying and you're like, this would make a great project, like this would make a nice blanket, and you don't really know how many to buy, you can always use this as a guide. And so that's why I like that. I like Big Twist, and it's so soft. And I like these colors because I've been leaning more towards the neutrals with the projects, and I really like this. It has some yellow, it has some pink, and it has some blue, but it's a cream color. So I like that so much. So that's what I got from Joann's. And then last week, I think 2 weeks ago or last week, I ordered some yarn from Premier online. And the reason why I ordered is because I've had some yarn on my cart for a long time, and I decided that I want to make a plushie for my grandbaby because she loves stuffed animals. And I've never made a plushie, so this is going to be a first time for me. And ooh, sorry for all that noise. And so there's some yarn that I've been looking at on Premier. I've never actually shopped on Premier's website before, but I've used some Premier yarn from Hobby Lobby. And so I ordered a few different things so that I can sample them and see if I like it. And I didn't want my order to just be the plushie yarn, because if I don't succeed in making a plushie or liking it, then I'll have a ton of plushie yarn sitting in my stash. And so that is why I ordered different things, because I also want to try different things. And I'll put it on the side so that I can show you what I ordered. And most of it is so that I can test the yarn and see if I like it. And if I like it, then I have another place to order yarn in the future. And I'll start with the plushie yarn that made me go to Premier.com and order some yarn. Oh my goodness, it looks really beautiful. And this is Premier Perfetti Chunky, and that's what it looks like. And this is a super bulky 6, and it's so soft. Now that I'm looking at it, I wonder if I bought enough, because I only bought one of these. I probably should have bought 2. Let me see how much is in here. This is lemonade. The color is pink lemonade. And there's 131 yards. I guess it will make a small plushie animal, or maybe I'll mix it with one of these. And there's 131 yards in 100 grams ball. And so that is what it looks like. And this color is pink lemonade. And then this one is called chocolate. And you know me and reds and maroons, I got one of those, and this one is called Ruby. That's perfect. So I got 3 of these. I wonder if one is going to be enough for what I'm trying to make. It might. I hope it's gonna be enough. If it's not enough, then I think I'll add that silver that is up there that I got from this one here. It can also make a plushie, but it's just been sitting in my stash. But that's what I got. Maybe a small stuffed animal will be okay. I don't know. But I'm going to use a free pattern that I found online by Yarnspirations. I'm going to put it up here so that you can see it. And there's a video tutorial on YouTube, and that is what I intend to follow. And so that is the first thing. And then I have been eyeing, I love cotton yarn. And I love it, especially because I like, I get really hot, and so cotton sweaters are really ideal for me. And I've been looking at this yarn for a long time. So this is cotton sprout speckles, and it's 194 yards, and it's a DK weight. And what I want to do with this one is make another ranunculus, I think, or just make a summer sweater with it. And I also wanted to test this yarn and see if I like it. And it feels nice and soft, so I got 4 of those. So there is, let me see how much is in here. 194. So there is enough. I got 4 of these, so there is enough to make a t-shirt, or at least something that is short-sleeved. So there's enough for that, and that was my intention. And I also got a regular red, because me and red are inseparable. And this one has more yarn. So this one has 200 yards, and I got 4 of those. And this is because I want to make some summer cardigans or summer t-shirts. And so that is my intention with this yarn. And then let me see. So for the knitting, you're going to need US 6, and for the crochet hook, it's 5 millimeters. It's really tiny. Even with my glasses, I can't really see that clearly. But that's what it is, and it's 100% cotton, 100 grams, 230 yards, 210 meters. And I don't know, the washing instructions must be hidden in there, but I got 4 of those. And then I wanted to test this one because I want to see if there's another option for washcloths apart from the regular Hobby Lobby, I love this yarn, or ice cream yarn, or Crafter's Secret. And so, and then there are many colors. There's a variety of colors in this. And so I decided to try the Premier Cotton Sprout Worsted, which is, it's a 4-weight. And this color is called Cardinal. And there is 180 yards in this one. And it just feels like a cotton. So I'm going to try this, and I'm going to compare it to other cotton yarns that I have. And then if I like it, maybe I'll buy some more to make my washcloths. So that is what this one looks like. I just got one because it's a test. I'm going to be testing with it. And then I've always wanted to buy or to own some of these Premier Anti-Peeling Everyday Worsted. So I've been eyeing this yarn for a long time, and it was sitting in my cart for a long time. And so I decided to try this, and I'm going to make a crochet blanket with this. And if I like it, then I have found another acrylic yarn that I can use on my project. And this one is 180 yards in a 100-gram ball, and it's a medium 4-weight, US 8 or 5 millimeter knitting needles, and then for the crochet hook, 5.5 millimeters. So it feels really, really soft, and I like it a lot. And I got this neutral color, and then I got, so this one is called, let me see the color, Linen. I like the neutral, I like this color a lot. This color makes really good gifts because it's very neutral. And then I got, this is Green Apple. And I got one of these, and I got 2 of everything else. And then I have, this is, and I apologize for the noise. I'm just gonna take everything out of the bag so that I'm done with that noise. Okay, so this color is called glass. So this color is called glass. And then this color is called, this is like a pink or peach. Peach, pink. I think it's more peach than pink. Coral. So that's definitely, that's peach. So that is what it looks like. And I think if you mix all these together, you might come up with a very nice blanket. And so that is what's going to be my plan, is a crochet blanket. I don't know if I have enough to make a tiny, oops. I like holding yarn like this, but it keeps falling off and disappointing me. Look at that. So I think I'm going to make a small baby blanket. And I've seen a blanket that I like a lot on Daisy Cottage Designs. And when I was buying these, that is what I was thinking about. And it has 3 colors, and then it has a neutral color that divides all those different sections. And so that was my intention when I got this yarn. And that is what I'm gonna make. So that is my yarn from Premier. It feels really soft, and I'm hoping that I've actually seen good reviews about this yarn, so I'm not worried about it. And so I'm thinking that it's a good choice, because I know a lot of people use it. I just have never had a chance to use it. So I'm looking forward to being able to use this. And then I still have one more thing that I bought this week. And I got this also from Joann's because everything is on sale there. And this one was $3, and I'm still in the holiday spirit. So I'm drinking out of a Christmas mug, and it's such a nice color, and it has a beautiful handle, the candy cane. That is so beautiful. So I'm still drinking out of my holiday mug, or my new acquired holiday mug. And I love the pink. So, and also the other thing that I found out when I went to my Joann's is that this particular store is not closing. So that is some good news for me. Now let's open this new package that I am so excited about. Okay, this one I've been looking forward to a lot. Oh goody. Okay. Okay, there's nothing there. Oh my goodness. Okay, look what I got. This is my new Furls hooks, because I tried these and I fell in love with them, and I decided to purchase some more because, I mean, for me, they are a game changer. And since I'm going to be crocheting a lot, that's why I decided to buy this. And I'm going to open them and see. I think I bought a 5, 6, Oh, let's find out. Oh my goodness, this is a 6. This just is so beautiful. It looks like there are speckles in there. Wow. So I bought the first one, the 8mm, and I loved it so much, so I decided to go and buy some more. And it came really quickly. It ships really, really fast. Oh my goodness. So this is a 5.5. Man. Now I feel bad for my knitting projects because they might be pushed to the side because I want to try all these hooks. And they're all different sizes, so that means, okay, and this is a 5mm. Well, I am so happy with this because I tested it on my scrappy blanket, and that is what made me decide to invest in them. And I'll be the first one to tell you that if you crochet a lot and you have issues with having pain in your wrist when you're crocheting, because that is what I was experiencing, but that's my own personal experience with this. As soon as I got one of these and I changed the hook that I was using, I don't have pain anymore. So for me, this is a game changer. If you want to go give it a try, it's up to you. I'm just telling you my experience with this. I love these hooks, and I think I'm hooked for life with these ones. I just love them so much, and then they are so beautiful. I actually wanted a different one, but they didn't have the size that I wanted. It sold out, and they only had a size that I didn't want. So I know that I'm still gonna go back and buy different sizes, but right now I am good for the time being because I have a 6mm, I have a 5mm, and I have a 5.5. And I think the 5.5 is what I'm going to be using a lot because most of the worsted weights recommend a 5.5mm. So I think when you're doing a worsted weight, you can go, depending on how you crochet, you can either use a 5.5 or a 6. So I'm thinking that I will use this quite a bit. And I'm thinking that for the plushies, let me see the recommended. I hope I have the crochet. Yeah, this yarn recommends 8mm, and I already had an 8mm because that's the first one I bought. So I think that is everything that I acquired this week, and I'm so happy with all of it. And I'm just gonna go now and try to work on my blanket and finish it so that I can use one of these hooks to start another project, because I am so looking forward to using them in my projects. So that is all I have for you today. I hope that your projects are coming along nicely. And if you're knitting or you're crocheting, whatever it is that you're doing, I hope that everything is working out well for you. And until next time, happy knitting and happy crocheting.